Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as they're... And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Clayton Gathers makes the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. 31 yards there and a 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
They run it with Carson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 3rd and 4.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there. And it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. So we are in the final minute now of the 1st half as this offense gets ready to take over.
Green 80. Mike 58 right there. Push him back. Push him back.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 53 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man here is Gary Jennings Jr. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On 1st down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdowns. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he's going to go down. Back at his his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Rolling to his left. Now he's good. And got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go. Mike 58, right there. Come on, 19. Check it out.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now it's Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 4, check. Hey. Switch.
This is Carson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Carson.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Tighten up. Go, guys, 4 down.
They run for it with Carson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hatchet. Kill. Turn up.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll toss it to Penny. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter.
Check, 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 check.
On first down, it's Carson. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Slam, slam, slam. Shut that, shut that. Run left, run left.
Now a give right side. Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run again with Carson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Carson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. Now Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Carson looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colt offense and T.Y. Hilton making their way back out. So glancing at these numbers, I think they tell a story of, hey, early on he got hot, he got their attention, they've been able to...
He certainly did.
Now it's Locke. Funches has it complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense.
Luck now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable for Lockett. Powerful running. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably...
That's caught at the 25. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it was a game they really needed.